This week, we've got Popes, Pete's and Punk. We've got Reeves, Ralph and Raptors. It's only the forum this week. Hey everyone, and welcome to the forum this week. It's been bloody crazy here over the last 7 days. It was Marmozets last Wednesday, support from Lonely the Brave and one of my new favourite bands, All Us on Drugs. Superfood were here on Friday, and then on Saturday, Reeves Gabrels and his imaginary friends were here in what was an intimate showcase of his decade-spanning career, performing hits he wrote with David Bowie and Robert Smith from The Cure, who was in the crowd enjoying the show with everybody else. Thanks to Pat Pope for the images there from the Reeves Gabrels show. Coincidentally, if you do come down and take photos here at the forum, then please share them with us. We'll stick them on the forum this week for you. You can get hold of us at ftw@tunbridgewellsforum.co.uk. Send your images there or just give us a shout and we'll put some on for you. Now,
to the forum forever and ever and ever.
so come... Oh, hello. Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
And who are you? Why are you here? What was it?
Well, I'm Pete, and I'm from Word of Nod.
I'm Ralph from Word of Nod.
What the hell are you doing on our stage? What are you doing here?
I don't actually know why I'm here.
Well, it feels like home to me. I think we've been here a few times, haven't we? And
I think I live in there, in that little cupboard.
See, now I always wondered what was back there, because there's a little cubby hole that...
in fact, that is my home. What are you doing in there?
We cover it up with an ampeg to try and stop people like you from getting out of there.
Well, it creeps like the trapdoor, isn't it?
Yes.
It's very much like the trapdoor. In fact, I'm one of those little squidgy things.
Watch out for the trapdoor.
Yeah.
So you're both from Word of Nod.
Yeah, so I like so much I bought the t-shirt.
You bought your own t-shirt.
I did, yeah.
Self-promotion.
So,
but this is something that you've been working on for quite a while. Pete, do you want to give us a quick history of Nod?
well, Nod started in the early 90s, and it's been in various different formats. It's been live bands, it's been solo performances, etc., etc. In the last couple of years, I brushed off the cobwebs and brought it back together and gave it the name Word of Nod, which was originally a plan to be a spoken word idea, but it's now flourished into a full rock band. And Ralph, my good friend here, we've known each other, I'd say, over 25 years. We used to work in a video shop together.
What's that?
Yeah.
There are kids that don't know what that is.
So as you say, it's Amazon. It's like Amazon, but actually for real.
Videos before DVDs, isn't it?
But not Betamax. Did you ever sell Betamax?
Oh, yes.
We did, yes. Betamax,
Look that one up,
VHS,
kids.
VHS. There wasn't any
8-track cartridges,
V2000,
which are very nice. I remember actually saying those. I couldn't believe it.
and then finally DVDs, and that was the end of that. Yeah, we used to work in the video shop together, and
Play music all the time as
yeah.
well, and just say, you got to check out this, and Pete would influence some of the things I'd listen to and bring in new things, and I'd say, yeah, you've got to listen to this. So that was quite interesting, just re-educating each other with music.
Yeah, I think that's really what we've been. Our friendship's been just about, and just this journey over here today was, well, have you seen this? Have you seen that? All the time we're doing that. I think majority of our influences is not just music. It's often films or thinkers or authors.
Yeah, multicultural, really.
And that's really where it's kind of developed. I wanted to try and make a band that has both integrity and intellect, really.
So you're kind of like explorers together then. You kind of forge the interests that you have and you share that experience, and that's kind of formed itself into the most recent incarnation of Nod.
Yeah, basically.
Which Ralph joined very late on, because you guys say 25 years together, but you only just sort of joined very recently.
Yeah, I played drums, so it was a a vacancy came up, and I said, "I'll help you out." You know, I was thinking just for a one gig or something, but
Yeah.
I did so much.
It's always the way, isn't it?
Once you join, there's no turning back.
But from that, of course, then you've now come together to collaborate for Disgracelands, which is something that's sort of outside of Nod, or it's sort of part of Nod, but that sort of explores slightly larger in terms of putting on shows and sets with varying types of bands. Do you want to tell us a bit more about that?
Yeah, I mean, basically, that was kind of the root came from the agreement with Ralph, is that Ralph would drum for Word of Nod, and I would help him for his projects, because Ralph does various different music projects and all sorts of different things. So it's kind of grown from that. And I mean, really, in the last year, we've produced all sorts of different things that we didn't even really expect to be doing. We've just been following our noses, trying to gather storm, and working with different artists, different musicians who want to have a go, who want to get out there and do it, really.
It's kind of people that we like as well. People saying, "Oh, I've really got a great idea about doing this. I've got an idea for a project or an exhibition." So we've worked with artists, we've worked with different musicians in lots of different genres, and giving everybody an opportunity to express that and do it in a show. And somehow we put it all together when we put, say, 4 or 5 bands on, maybe a few artists. And it's such a lovely blend of all these different genres that don't chase each other. They just have the ability to just gel. And every Disgracelands evening that we do is happening. It's an event. And it's really unique, and it's just wonderful to see that develop, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so. I think one of the things that we've noticed, that generally the nights that we put on have been rock acts, but that isn't necessarily the main intention. Word of Nod is obviously a rock band, and there are other bands that we hang around who are rock bands, but we have had other types of genres involved as well. And that's the moving on will be the plan, is that we want to make sure that we have all different types of artists from all different types of backgrounds.
You know, as diverse as possible, but also, you know, we like all the bands have some integrity. We like them, and so we invite them to come play with us, or they can message us and say, look, we're interested in playing a Disgraceland show, and you know, we give people the opportunity to play in venues that they might not have played before to a new audience.
Well, I think that's great as well, and certainly having been to a couple of your live shows, that kind of variety is very evident. More recently, a show that I attended and sneakily played in, you didn't hear that here, you had wide-ranging bands, some of whom are playing at the Halloween show coming up, which we'll talk about in a minute. But the Moon Set, obviously, starting off things very ethereal, sort of rock, but very progressive in that respect. Moving on to Word of Nod, of course, yourselves. All the above, slightly more sort of aggressive rock metal, and then finishing on Ricky and the Haps, which is sort of more of an indie rock with rap infusion and amazing bellowing vocals,
funk.
Funk, and there's keys in there and the whole thing. So that in itself is kind of an infusion of itself,
Absolutely.
which kind of almost is microcosmic of what you guys are doing with Disgraceland. So bringing it up to speed then, as we said, Halloween show coming up on the 31st. So you'll be working alongside Disorder as well, some of your friends and promoters.
Yes, that's right. Yes, we've made a collaboration with Disorder. Simply, I've known them for a while, but also they're bringing a different group of their bands that they use, which are different from us, which makes the whole evening even more diverse. And the one thing we want to make sure about the Halloween party is that, you know, it's a great event to be involved in and come and see some very different types of music all night long, basically.
And it's going to be a party rather than just an event, you know, a gig.
Absolutely.
It's going to be, everybody's going to be a star. So
Absolutely.
that's really what we want, isn't it?
Yes, and you better bring your best costume.
I think that's key, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Essentially. I mean, so that almost is going to open the floodgates for creative license for the audience as much as it is for any of the bands that are playing.
Yeah.
You're going to have 2 stages. You're going to have the main one here and also one out on the floor.
That's right, yeah.
So the music will be relatively constant. Mechanical Monkey, who we spoke to last week, they'll be on the bill as well.
Absolutely.
Fantastic.
And obviously yourselves, Moonset, as we mentioned. I think Dirty Pillow is going to be there as well. Any other bands that you sort of want to
We've
point
got
out?
all the above. Obviously, fantastic local band that we've worked with many times this year. They'll be playing. There will be Dissociates, Frauds, Matt Bridle, and of course Tristan Shout, which is Rouse Project as well, and various other bands that will be involved.
Excellent. Well, we're all looking forward to it here. We love to get a large group of people together. That's the whole reason we're here, especially for Halloween. Bring your best costumes. Bring all your mates. Come down, have a good time. Doors. Well, it's gonna be an early show, isn't it? Really, going to start early and go way into the evening.
Yeah. So from be here from 6:30 really, and don't make any plans.
Excellent. Well, thanks, guys. Maybe you should disappear in the same fashion that you arrived.
Absolutely.
We need to get those guys to realise there's a front door, because I can't be doing with all the lights and all this kind of thing that they do every time they come and see us. But anyway, it freaks me out. But that's the point. It's the Halloween show that's coming up on the 31st. They'll be putting that on with Disorder. Plenty of acts across 2 stages in here. Doors at 6:30. We go on till well late. Come in your best dressed ghouly outfits and have a good time with us. So coming up this week, Climates will be here on Saturday. They've just released their new album. You can go and find that on various outlets across the real world and the internet as well. So you can come see that. Support comes from Acres. And then on Sunday, my good old friends in Ashes to Angels will be here. Nico, woo! Support from Sappy, and first and foremost, I know you guys will be down there for that too. So that's it for this week. If you want to get in touch with us, you can on Twitter, on Facebook, in the comments below. You can send carrier pigeons, like I said before. We're trying to think of new ways. Perhaps you can throw rocks to us. No, don't do that. Just talk to us. We're nice people. Come and see us. Let us know what you want to see on the forum this week. Let us know what you want to see here at the forum, and we'll see you very soon.